Hey guys, Austin here with the day after the Oilers 3-0 victory over the Chicago Blackhawks. That marks the 15th straight victory for Edmonton. They become just the 5th team in NHL history to ever win 15 games in a row. And that also marks the 3rd longest win streak of all time. They are 1 away from 16 in a row that Columbus had in 2016-17. And they are 2 wins away from tying the all-time record, which was set by the 1992-93 Pittsburgh Penguins. Now, in the day after series that I do, basically it's just a sit down formal discussion where I'm in front of the camera and I get to interact with you guys. I did want to mention something really quick. The background behind me, I've had a lot of people be like, that's an awesome man cave. And I'm like, I know, it would be awesome if it was real. That is like the dream man cave. It is literally just a Coventry Homes, Edmonton like picture. And I'm just in front of a green screen. And through OBS, I just chroma key the green screen out of the background. So for those of you who think that this is actually where I'm sitting, I wish, trust me, I wish that is the dream. Who knows if the YouTube channel grows to a point where I'm able to afford a house and I can have a man cave like this, that would be super awesome. But a few things I wanted to talk about in our day after today is time doesn't feel real. This win streak started before Christmas and it's almost February. Like, where has the time gone? 15 wins in a row. I feel like I'm not even like, enjoying this win streak the way I need to be. You know, I feel like I'm almost taking this win streak for granted with how fast it seems to have like happened. 1 minute Edmonton's not even in a playoff spot. They're bottom 5 in the NHL, and all of a sudden they're pushing Vegas for 2nd in the division. We're almost in February. We're in the home stretch of the season. It's almost the All-Star break. I have no idea where time has gone. I don't know if you guys feel the same way as me, but that's how I've been feeling lately. And I don't know if I should be scared, nervous, excited, a combination of all of it. That's kind of where I'm at. But the next thing I wanted to talk about is slow starts for the Oilers. Now, again, against Chicago, just like against Columbus, the team came out of the gate and they seemed a little slow. They didn't look like they had their skating legs. They weren't generating a lot offensively. Now on Twitter, I put out tweets during games all the time. I live tweet during games, and I think people take what I say almost too seriously, and they think I'm very negative. And when I tweet something like, man, I think it's unacceptable that Edmonton has started this slowly, they'll take that and think that I'm, being harsh or complaining about the win streak. I promise you that's not what this is. But I am wondering if the slow starts are like intended, and I'm putting that in quotation marks because obviously you're not intending to allow the opposition to just kind of skate around you and get better chances. But it seems like Edmonton just kind of waits around, and it's almost like they're analyzing what the other team is doing. And I'm wondering if that has something to do with the analytics department that the Oilers are running. I'm wondering if the first periods, I'm wondering if they're told, play your game and play your structure. But I'm wondering if the analytics department is like in real time analyzing what opponents are doing, because the second and third periods for the Oilers, they just seem to pounce all over opponents during this win streak. And it's really interesting to watch. So I'm really curious what you guys think about that. I don't know. I'm probably way overthinking it. I don't know if an analytics department can even like real time track that kind of stuff. But someone in the comments section not too long ago mentioned that it almost feels like it's a boxing match. And you know how sometimes boxers, what is the word I'm looking for? Oh God, the game plan is to allow your opponent to throw a whole bunch of punches and like tire themselves out, and then you go on the offense for like the last half of the fight. Is that what Edmonton's doing, or are other teams just, they're trying so hard to end this streak that they are just jumping on the Oilers, and Edmonton is just a little bit slow? And I wouldn't say they're caught off guard, but the games are a bit tougher than maybe they're expecting. I'm really curious what you guys think about that. That's just kind of my like general thoughts on it. Next thing I wanted to talk about is Calvin Pickard. He had 27 saves for the shutout, and that is his first NHL shutout since 2018. And I'm super happy for Calvin Pickard. He was an NHLer for a while. He was backup. Then he was in the AHL for a long time. Didn't know if he'd ever play in the NHL again. The Oilers gave him a contract. He was in the AHL. probably did not expect to be called up this season when Jack Campbell got sent down back in early November, I believe. And Calvin Pickard has given the team the minutes that's required by a backup. And honestly, I think he's been even better than as advertised. So good for Calvin Pickard. Very happy for him. Looks like my glasses are fogging up here. I don't know what's going on there. I just noticed that in the webcam. Anyways, I don't edit this stuff out. I like the raw, just random rambles. So when it comes to Calvin Pickard providing good backup goaltending and Stuart Skinner providing Vezina caliber goaltending during this win streak, what does the market look like for Edmonton now when it comes to the trade deadline? Do you think they should still go after a goalie, or do you think the goaltending is without a doubt just like it's stabilized? You can run with these two. And even Jack Campbell's play in the AHL has been really good recently. In his last 10 games, I think he has a .925 save percentage down there. Not that I'm saying I want Jack Campbell back up on the NHL squad, but I'm just curious what you guys are thinking. Just kind of spitballing. In my opinion, I think you still just ride this out. I don't think you need to make a trade for a goalie right now. I think if you want to run with just Skinner and Pickard, even in the playoffs, I think that's perfectly okay with me. However, Stuart Skinner should be getting a few more games off down the stretch. I do find that he could be overworked by the time the playoffs hit. And that might have been what happened last year. Not too sure. Fatigue played a part in his struggles in the playoffs, but I don't foresee that being an issue this time around. Skinner is looking very good right now, and Calvin Pickard as the backup, also very good. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about was the top line. Now, against Chicago, they were loaded up, and they actually got loaded up in the third period against Columbus. So you had Draisaitl with McDavid and Hyman as the top line, and we haven't seen them really loaded up since November before this big win streak started going on. And I think Chris Knoblauch likes to have the big guns separated just to spread out the scoring and spread out your lineup a bit, which I agree with. And the top line ended up being the ones that produced all the offense against Chicago. McDavid had 2 goals and an assist. Draisaitl had 3 assists. Zach Hyman had a goal. The Oilers had a power play goal where Nuge had a point too. So really interesting that the top line was loaded up and they came out and they produced. Usually it's been the middle to bottom 6 guys that have really stepped up during this win streak. So it was nice to see that when the big guns got put together, they stepped up to the plate for Chris Knoblauch and they carried Edmonton to the win against Chicago. So I just wanted to give a shout out to that. Next player I wanted to talk about is Dylan Holloway. Now, I think Dylan Holloway, since he's returned from injury, he's played very well. I thought his game against Chicago again was a really good game. Really happy about Dylan Holloway's play. He set up McLeod for a good chance. He tried to hit Brown for a good chance. Connor Brown skated into him on a 3-on-2 for some reason and broke up a chance. So, you know, what do you do when Connor Brown is skating into you? But Dylan Holloway, just in general, as some people have mentioned in the comments too, they think Dylan Holloway and Chris Knoblauch Dylan Holloway in Chris Knoblauch's system is going to play very well, and he has so far, and I'm really happy about his play, and I hope it continues. Wanted to give a shout out to Dylan Holloway. Next player I wanted to give a shout out to is Zach Hyman, who scored his 29th goal of the season, and he probably should have had his 30th goal of the season because he was tripped when he was skating towards the empty net, and the ref decided to not call that for some reason. Luckily, Connor McDavid ended up putting the puck in the net anyways, but Zach Hyman, he's on pace for 55 plus goals. Somehow he's not an all-star in the eyes of the NHL or the voters, which is very interesting to me. Not that being an all-star is like make or break as a player. As an Oilers fan, I'm just very happy that he is with Edmonton. I'm very happy about the value of his contract, and we love Zach Hyman. He's a children's book writer, and we love that. So love Zach Hyman, 29 goals on the season. I hope he hits 50 plus. That would just be something. Now, next thing, the Oilers' next game is against the Nashville Predators, where they will go for their 16th straight win. That game is on Saturday at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That is a matinee game, and I am going to be live streaming during that entire game. right? Like, I will be watching the game. Obviously, I can't show the game on the stream or have any of the audio of the game because I will be copyright stricken and my channel will be taken down, and we don't want that. But I will be live streaming my reaction, my live reaction. I'll have a live chat on the side of, like, somewhere over here where I'm pointing, so that, like, you guys can see chat happening in real time. You'll see my live reaction to the game. You'll see how I react during games. There'll be some commentary. There might be a special guest as well, so keep an eye out for that. If you guys are into that sort of thing and you're excited to see me live stream again, I did a live stream last Saturday before the Flames game and it was a lot of fun, so I'm excited to do one for an entire game. If that's something you're excited for and you want to see, please make sure that you are subscribed, and hit that little bell, get that notification when I do go live. I will probably go live at 1:30 p.m. I do have the live stream already set up on the channel. If you click on my YouTube channel and then click on live, it'll show the scheduled live stream for 1:30 p.m. on Saturday. I'm super excited to hang out with you guys. We're going to have so much fun. It's going to be a blast before the 9-day break that the Oilers are going to have, heading into the All-Star break and whatnot. So that's pretty much it for me for the day after segment. If you guys are a fan of these day afters, please make sure you hit that like button. It goes a long way in supporting the channel. We are growing an incredible community in 2024, and I want you to be part of that, and I'm glad that those of you who are tuning in are part of that, and it means a lot to me. So I just wanted to thank you guys so much. That's pretty much it from me. I will see you guys on Saturday with the pregame report, and then also live during the game. You guys have a wonderful day, and if you have any pressing questions or comments, make sure you just put them down. I read everything, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.